Welcome back. You are still watching Morning Live on this New Year's Day. Let's get into your final sport bulletin for the day. Now, the Vodacom Bulls coach Johan Ackermann has been fuming over misinformation spread around the Bulls' request for assistance from the Springbok management team. SA Rugby has also announced the establishment of a national coaching forum to deepen and expand the communication between the national team coaches and franchise and provincial union coaching staff. Now, to talk to us about this, we've roped in Mr. Mark Alexandra, who is the president of SA Rugby, to explain what has been happening in the entire setup. Mark, a very, very good morning to you. Happy New Year. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Good morning and Happy New Year.
Mark, I think first of all, of course, it's just the misinformation that the coach of the Bulls refers to. From your vantage point, can you just speak us through in terms of the request that was made by the Bulls to seek assistance coming through from the Springbok coaches and what that looked like?
Firstly, this wasn't the first time that we had a request from a member union asking us to assist. We have coaches employed by SARU, and their services are available to all our members. So this is not the first time this has happened. So I find it astonishing to see this storm in a teacup that has been made of the Springbok coaches assisting the Bulls. Actually, we encourage that for our members to use the coaching staff because we want some kind of uniformity in some parts of the game, but we don't interfere with their game plans. And we've been doing this for years, assisting our members. So I don't understand the noise that is going on in the media.
And so, Mark, just to emphasize what you're saying now, this is a service that is available to every single franchise across South Africa. It's almost like a consultancy service, but it's also not unique to South Africa. We see it all over the world as well.
Yeah, most progressive countries have the collaboration and sharing of ideas. It's not about uniformity, it's about elevating the standard with respect to autonomy of the members. And we respect the autonomy of our members, but it's to assist them. It's a service that most international federations do for their members. So I just think there's just some noise, and I think it's a key game taking place on Saturday, and there will always be noise, and we just encourage our members to continue using the service. It's strange to see the amount of noise that have gone on in the media around the Bulls asking for assistance. The Stormers had Jacques Nienaber on a trip with them before. The Sharks has asked for assistance, so we provide this type of assistance to most of our members. And it's nothing new.
Indeed, nothing new at all. Let's perhaps speak about the National Coaching Forum. What is this going to look like, and is this just a method for you to formalize the service that is offered to the franchises across South Africa, or is there a little bit more that you're trying to offer in terms of the forum?
I think it's about getting more collaboration. Already, we participate with our members. We got a service called Players of National Interest, where we assist our members and we pay part of the salaries of those players that are playing for our franchises. But this kind of service is what happens in the world, where our members can draw on particular skills that we have in the Springbok team. So not everybody has all big coaching teams that work with them. Here's the time for us to collaborate and work together. In Ireland, all the progressive rugby unions, Ireland, New Zealand, their unions and the coaches have a forum where they share ideas. And it could be ideas coming from the franchises into the Springboks and vice versa. It's not about getting uniformity, it's about collaboration and working to the betterment for our players.
The betterment for our players, the betterment for our country as well in its entirety, just increasing that level of competition. And as we speak about our country now, Mark, let's speak to Coach Rassie Erasmus. Of course, his contract now renewed until the 2031 World Cup in America. Is this also the same case with his assistants? Have they also renewed their contracts, or are you still perhaps in discussions with them?
No, we still, Rassie's in discussions with him. We appoint Rassie and he appoints his assistant coaches. So we've done Rassie's And we waited until this announcement to take place in December after the competitions in November. So we didn't want to interfere and get noise where we lose focus of actually the playing of the game with the appointment of staff. And we did it in December. Now, Rassi early in January will now finalize his coaching staff going forward. We did so with the ladies coach as well. Swiss to Brady's were appointed until the 2029 World Cup. We extended the contract of our under-20 coach. So it's important that we have continuity. I think we got a system in place that works. You know, last year was a formidable year for us as South African rugby. We set new benchmarks, and it's going to be a tough act to follow for 2026. But again, you know, last year, our achievements of last year were record-breaking, and it's the first time in South Africa that we're champions in the 15-man game. We're champions in the sevens game. We're champions in the under-20 game. And our ladies are champions in Africa. So we've done very, very well as an organization, and we are proud of what we achieved.
And you really have done well, Mark. When we look at the work from SA Rugby, you have appeared to be the everyone literally refers to SA Rugby and says, well, SAFA, look at what SA Rugby is doing, and that reference point is made across the board. Let's speak to the professionalization of the women's game in South Africa. I know there have been talks about that. What is it looking like at the moment? And the reason I mention this is because, of course, and I don't know if you want to share your sentiments here, of course, in December, just the passing of the former Springbok player and Bulls Daisies player, Lusanda Dumke. We know that the progression has been made in the women's game. How much of a benefit would it be to have a league for the women outside of just them having to play rugby professionally full-time, just holistically? What are some of those other benefits we can look forward to in that?
No, I think the professional league we will launch later in the year is so important for the women's game. You know, it also to give the women better playing opportunities. You know, South Africa, we lag behind the rest of the world, but our women we got top class athletes in our country across the board in all sports, and I think the launch of the professional women's leagues is really going to be a game changer for South Africa. Having people have proper structures in place, proper coaching in place. And it'll be the franchise we're talking will be managed and controlled by South African Rugby, and it will assist our members as well. The 40 members will draw the athletes from those teams. They'll come and play in their league, the professional league, every year, but then they go back and play for the unions. And we're very excited about that. We're very excited about how the women's game is growing. We're very sad about the loss of our player that passed away in December. It's very, very sad. A life lost too soon. She's a fantastic person, individual, and it's very sad.
Mark, thank you so much for your time this morning. And once again, thank you so much for your patience. I know you logged in very early for this interview on New Year's Day. So thank you so much for your time, and good luck with the beautiful work that you're continuing to do to uplift South African rugby.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And that is Mark Alexandra, the president of SA Rugby, just speaking to us in terms of the plans they've got ahead for themselves. We touch on Coach Rassi Erasmus, and of course just looking forward to the professionalization of women's rugby in South Africa.